Welcome to District 32, immersion, inspiration for ambitious business owners with big dreams.
Hello, my name is Lorraine Garvey of District 32, and I'm absolutely delighted to be interviewing Wayne Robinson today. Wayne, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am all the better for speaking to you. That's how it goes, right?
Yep.
So look, Wayne, let's get right into it. Tell us who you are, what your business does,
Yep.
what are you doing, who it for? Who do you
Okay.
work for?
Yep. Wayne Robinson from Northeast Management. Basically, I'm a business coach and mentor, working with small to medium-sized businesses around there. And these businesses are either frustrated businesses or owners that are frustrated with their business around there, and helping going in there, working with the people, the process, and the culture side of things, and really pulling the businesses apart, rebuilding them, and giving the owners time to spend time on their business again.
Okay. Wow. So when you say pulling business apart and putting them together again, it sounds all very easy when you say it like that. But is there a certain size of business that you work with then? I mean, is that like a 10 plus staff, or can you work with smaller businesses? What is that? Is that a lot of operational stuff, or is it get into the nitty gritty with the business modeling and
Listen, it really starts from the very basics. Is to why these guys are in business, or why the people are in business. And I think a lot of people are forgetting why they've come in business. Everyone says, "Yep, I'm in business to make money," and then you start asking the question, "Go, well, how much money?" Yep, and what is the reason why you want to earn this money?
yeah.
And a lot of people coming from some of the business that I work with, they've sort of fallen into this business and they've gone through, and some of them have been tradespeople. So I've worked a lot in the construction industry around, and other trades around there, electrical companies, plumbing, mechanical companies around there. And these are good tradies that are falling into their own businesses around, and they've just suddenly they've got a business they've got 10 people and they need a little bit of help in running them.
Yep. And so often with business owners as well, we can't see from inside the tin.
Correct.
We just can't do it. The rules are on the outside. So Wayne, I got an idea, we all need a bit of help in business at some point in our journey. We all make mistakes. We all go down rabbit holes we shouldn't be going down. And sometimes it can get overwhelming for the business owners as well, who, again, they go into business to have more time, money, freedom, and energy. End up with less time, money, freedom, and energy.
Correct.
So I totally understand where you're coming from. But Wayne, what is your background? How did you get into coaching, consulting? How did you end up here?
Well, my background is I'm an electrician by trade, and I've worked through in different businesses, working through in the businesses. For the last 25 years, I've worked in general management of different type of businesses around there, whether it be contracting businesses, manufacturing businesses, and construction businesses. So, for me, that whole range of different type of business, but ultimately the fundamentals are exactly the same. You've still got staff, you've still got clients, you've still got process, just the product is slightly different around there. And the whole idea of getting into the business mentoring around is I have been thrust into some businesses where they have been distressed, and I have to make some tough decisions around there for them. Again, pull them apart, look at the culture around there, look at the people and the process, and then sort of rebuild them back into a profitable model again.
Okay, wow. So that experience gives you an instant connection and rapport with those types of businesses and those industries as well.
Correct.
Because many coaches might not have had that experience. So yeah, that's a nice positioning for yourself.
Yeah, it is, and I think for me, it's there's not a lot of people that can say, "Listen, yep, I've seen it, I've done it as well. I've been in the trenches, I've done what you have done." And these are the little pitfalls that if you skip this little step, it will probably save you 6 months worth of hard work of trying to do, don't do it that way, do it this way. Listen, every business is obviously still going to make mistakes around there. That's just a natural course. But if we can sort of help jump a couple of steps away, that'll be great.
Now you mentioned there, Wayne, about profit. We're getting frustrated with the lack of money and the lack of profit. But you've also mentioned a couple of times around culture. How does culture marry up with profit?
Oh, without people, at the end of the day, a lot of people realize they're not manufacturing widgets. They're selling a service around there. Without service, without people, service just doesn't exist. So you've really got to create that culture around there. And certainly in the current market we're in, with trying to get a hold of people and retain staff that's around there, you've really got to have a really good, strong culture that's in there. And a lot of the cultural things that have really sort of driven for me is just go, be down to earth, have no egos in the business, trying to keep a really sort of flat structure around there and keep it real.
Yeah, okay. That's definitely it's a culture most people want to engage with, right? You're keeping it real.
Correct. And I think people, business owners will attract staff if they've got a good culture in there. And if people they look to align their own cultural beliefs to a businesses around there.
Yeah. Because often people hang around in the company not for the money, but for the culture.
Correct.
Leave not for the money predominantly, but for for the boss and the boss's values, which again contributes to the culture.
I agree.
So Wayne, I got a bit of an idea of who you are, where you are, what you're trying to achieve out there. I've always a massive respect for mentors and coaches who get your kicks out of helping others to shine in there. But what makes you different in the marketplace? How do we position you different from any other consultant or mentor out there?
Well, listen, I think on this time, when I started this business up, I was privileged to say, listen, I wanted my wife to work with me in the business with me as well, which for a lot of people that may go, why do you want your wife working in the business with you? But for me, it was really important for this time in our lives to be working together in there. My wife Beverly she's had 35 years in working in an office environment, in an office as an office manager for the last sort of 25 years. And things that make it different is, I want to try and keep it simple for the owner that's around there. And then if we're implementing different processes and different procedures in there, sometimes business owners can get overwhelmed with everything that's going through. The idea of having the administration support that we can offer through Northeast Management as well is to help that transition go a lot easier through there. So whilst we're working in the trenches with you, the focus is still for the business owner to do what they've got to do and make money, and not be such an impact of having a business coach going, instead of going, you've been going this way, now we want you to go that way. At the end of the day, it's too much. It's an overwhelming process. So the whole idea is we want to be in the trenches, working with the business, being seen as one of their employees as well, and embracing the culture and the process, anything. So if there's any admin support to do, then that's obviously what Bev brings to that whole process around there as well.
Wow. What a nice edge and differentiation of the positioning there, and because you've been in the trenches, the support that's needed, the administrative support that's needed. And then also I can see then that Bev being in there, then that means that she can experience the culture as well.
Correct.
From that different point of view.
100%.
So Wayne, what gets you up in the morning? Is that what gets you up in the morning? What is it what gives you the fire in your belly?
Listen, nothing has changed. I've never been one of these people that's been jumping out of bed because of the dollar. It's always been about the role and the business. And this is no different. I mean, I'm super excited about the Northeast Management. I'm super excited that I've started out on myself around there. I've got a much better work-life balance around there. I'm doing this for myself, but obviously I can see the benefit of me just going, instead of doing it for one company they're in, which I have done for a lot of years around, I'm doing it for multiple companies around there. So for me, I really want to be sort of sharing my expertise with a lot of other companies in there. And if I can see 5 or 6 companies grow from what I've helped them through, and then, for me, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Wayne. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Wayne, how can people get in touch with you?
We've got the website's under construction, but it's northeastmanagement.com.au. You can send me an email at wayne@northeastmanagement.com.au, or alternatively, give me a call, 0407 577 374.
Wayne, thank you very much for sharing your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Wayne Robinson of Northeast Management. Thank you very much, Wayne.
Thanks, Lorraine.
I'll speak to you soon.
You too. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to District 32, Immersion, Inspiration for Ambitious Business Owners with Big Dreams.